What I wanted to show you guys today is this is my fig tree cutting. Anyway, it's about, I'd say, 6 to 8 inches long, and all I did was put it in this glass jar, or glass cup I should say, and sat it in the window. Um, anyway, it sat there, and I'd say for close to 2 months. And I thought it was dead. I thought it wasn't going to do anything, but it did actually start to get these little white dots on the side of it. And it eventually grew roots, as you can see, and it even has, I don't know how well you can see that, but right there it's got some little buds that are coming out, and here as well. But anyway, I'm going to plant that, and then I also want to show you guys this right here. While I was waiting on that cutting, and while I thought it was dead, I went out and got some more cuttings. And these cuttings right here are about, I'd say, a foot to a foot and a half long. And anyway, I haven't had them as long as I've had that other cutting. But all I did was just take them, cut them, and then put them in this bucket, and I have left them. The only thing I've done is change this water out as it's gotten, kind of funky. But anyway, let me see if I can find one. These, I don't know if you can see it very good or not. I can't really pick it up on the camera too well, but there's like a little white dots that are forming right there, and those are the roots. They start off as like little white bumps, and then they get bigger and longer, and like I said, turn into roots. But these I know are still alive because the tips of them, I don't know how well you can see that, but they're actually green, and this just recently started. They're starting to sprout some leaves, or get little buds on them. So I know that they're alive. They're just, waiting to get their roots, I guess. But anyway, most of them, were the tips of the branches. But I wanted to show you, this one right here. The tip was already cut off of it, but yet it's still growing a little bud there. And see that little white dot? Now you can see it. That's where the root itself is forming, and it's going to sprout out. So even, a cut off branch will work. So just wanted to show you guys that. If you got a friend that has some fig trees, you can get some branches from them and put them in some water, and just wait for the roots to start. Anyway, don't give up on them like I was about to do. They do take a while. But anyway, with this particular plant right here, what I want to do is go ahead and just kind of plant it in here. And then whenever you plant your cuttings, you want to make sure that your dirt, it stops about where the roots are stomping. You don't want to set it too deep in dirt. But anyway, kind of doing this one-handed, but get it in there, and we're going to fill in. And I'm just using recycled dirt, pack it down because you want to firm it around your plant. Hold it in real good, But, from old pots that say it had vegetables in it and the vegetables died off, but I saved the soil from it. So anyway, once you get your cutting, let's see, planted, go ahead and label it. And I love to use forks because they stick in really good. But I also forget what things are, so please label your stuff so you'll know what it is later. And then after you've planted it, you've labeled it, water it in. And I'm going to give it more water than this, but I mean, just for video purposes, I think y'all get the point. This requires a lot more water. What I actually like to do is take like a pot, or a saucer from a pot, and stick underneath of it, and then let it wick water up through the bottom, because these cuttings, because they're used to being in water for long periods, they're going to need a lot of water, or the soil to be kept moist for a long period until they get used to it not being so wet. So anyway, keep it moist for a long time, and I wouldn't stick this in, full sun because it was in a windowsill for a long time. I would kind of graduate it into full sun. But anyway, that is my fig tree cutting. I've got more on the way. I hope this has given somebody some ideas, and happy gardening.